Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mr. Selby here, doing a little bit of angle relationships with you guys. Um, Wish I had a good joke about that, but I do not. So let's just cut right to it. So in the past, we measured and classified angles. We had acute angles, we had right angles, we had obtuse angles, we had a lot of angles, right? Today, now we're gonna talk about special pairs of angles and work a little bit with perpendicular lines. All right. Um, so the real point of this is to kind of be able to recognize different angle relationships, and those will help you solve problems when you identify what the relationship is between angles. All right. All right. New vocabulary: adjacent angles, linear pair, vertical angles, complementary angles, supplementary angles, perpendicular. All right. Let's go through this. All right. So adjacent angles are two angles that lie in the same plane and have a common vertex and a common side, but no common interior points. All right. So 1 and 2 adjacent, 1 and 2 adjacent, 3 and ABC not adjacent. Here's ABC, and here's 3. So they're not adjacent. 3 and ABC, 3's here, ABC's over here. So the key for adjacent just means next to. So if somebody goes into the adjacent building, they're going into the building next door. All right. So if 1 and 2 are adjacent, it just means that they're next door to each other. Okay, they're right next to. Okay. So whenever you see adjacent, just means next to. All right. Linear pair is a pair of adjacent angles next to each other with non-common sides or opposite rays. So they share the side. This is a common side. What side don't they share? They don't share this side. Okay. All right. And that's an opposite ray. It's a straight line. So essentially, it's when you have a straight line and then it's two angles that are coming off that straight line. All right. As you can see, no straight line here. If AC was straight, this would be a linear pair right here, this angle and this angle. But it's not straight, so yeah. All right, vertical angles are two non-adjacent angles formed by two intersecting lines. So I always say adjacent angles are right next to each other. Vertical angles are right across from each other. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4, as you can see, they're literally right across from each other. These are not two intersecting lines type. That's just a bad one. Don't pay attention to that one. That one's not good. I don't think that line right there is straight. So yeah, that's not good. This one is very good. Also, 1 and 4 are linear pairs. 2 and 3 are linear pairs. All right, see how they have the same line they share, and there's an angle coming off that. All right, let's keep going. All right, name an angle pair that satisfies the condition two angles that form a linear pair. All right, so why don't you guys take a quick second, see if you can remember what a linear pair is. All right, hopefully you went back and checked what a linear pair is, but if you didn't, here it is. A linear pair is it's a pair of adjacent angles whose non-common sides are opposite rays. All right, so which one of these are adjacent angles? It means they're next to each other, and non-common sides are opposite rays. Anyone? Anyone? All right, so this is actually the one I picked out real fast. It would be UIP and PIR. Okay, so that one is not on here, but it's right. So yeah, there's also PIQ, so PIQ and QIS. Okay, there's also PIT, PIT, and TIS, and there's also Q. Where's Q? QIU and UIT. Okay, all good ones. Remember, a linear pair is when you got like a straight line and you're an angle, you're two angles that share another line off it. Okay? Same roadways. Name an angle pair that satisfies the condition two acute vertical angles. Okay. Oh, I kind of gave away the answer there. So remember, acute are vertical angles so vertical angles are angles that are across from each other. So like this one and this one are vertical. This one and this one, this one and this one. So ones that are acute, I think almost all of these are acute, but I would say ones that stick out to me really quick are PIU and SIR. Those are the big ones. Yeah. You got PIQ and TIS, QIR, and TIU. So essentially, it's just angles that are across from each other. All right, name two adjacent angles whose sum is less than 90 degrees. Okay, why don't you guys take about 5 to 10 seconds, see if you can go over this and figure it out. Pause the screen for a little bit, see if you can figure it out on your own. All right, hopefully you were able to figure this out. We'll go through it really quick together. So we got CAD, all right, and DAE. Those are adjacent. They are next to each other. One's 55 and the other one's 95, and 95 is already greater than 90. So we know if you add them together, which is a sum. So we're trying to add two angles that are next to each other to figure out if they're less than 90. So if you add something that's already larger than 90, you're not going to get less. So that one's not right. So hopefully you did not choose A. Let's see B. FAE, right here, 30 degrees, plus FAN, which is right here, 55. 30 plus 55 is 85. That's less than 90. That looks like the right answer. We're just going to stick it right here for now, B. But let's double check. We got CAB, which is 30, and NAB, which is 95. 30 plus 95 is 125. That is larger than 90, so that's no good. We know A and C are no good. We know B is right, but let's just double check on D. So we got BAD, bad, which is 85 if you add both of those together, 30 plus 55. And then we've got DAC, which is not adjacent. So yeah, that would not work. But so we gotta have B. Oh yeah, B is the answer. Worked out well. All right. All right, name two acute vertical angles. All right, so vertical means they're across from each other. Acute means that they are less than 90 degrees. Why don't you guys take 5 to 10 seconds? Well, I'm going to take 5 to 10 seconds of not talking, and then you guys go ahead and see if you can solve this on your own. All right, hopefully you were able to figure this out, so let's double check them. So we got BAN, okay, right here. All right, this is larger than 90 degrees. This is not an acute angle, so we already know BAN is wrong. All right, so we got BAD, all right, 85 degrees, and BAN. All right, so those are adjacent angles. See how they're right next to each other. And BAN is also larger than 90 degrees, so that's not acute, and they're not vertical. All right, double no. So A and B are both wrong. So we got BAC right here, which is 30 degrees, and then CAE. All right, so they're next to each other, not across to each other. So they're not vertical, and this is not acute. CAE is 150 degrees, which is larger than 90, so it's not acute. All right, FAN, right here, FAN, which is 55, and DAC, which is 55. They are across from each other, 55, 55. They're vertical, and they're acute, so it's got to be D. All right, boom. So we got that right. Hopefully you did too. All right, now that you've just learned that, let's talk more angles. All right, so we got complementary and supplementary angles, okay? Vertical angles are congruent all the time, okay? So whenever you see angles right here that have a straight line that are across from each other, okay, they're vertical and they're always equal. All right, so if this one's 15, this one's 15. All right, this one's 165, this one's also 165. All right, complementary angles are two angles that measure that have a sum of 90 degrees. So 1 and 2, add them together, you're going to get 90. A and B, add them together, you're going to get 90. Boom. Supplementary angles, two angles that measure that have a sum of 180. So 3 and 4, because this is a straight line, 3 and 4 is actually a linear pair. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Linear pairs are always supplementary, meaning they always add up to equal 180. Angle P and angle Q, 120 plus 60 is 180. Oh, the angles in a linear pair are supplementary. Wow. It's almost like I read the PowerPoint first. All right, let's keep going. Angle measure. Find the measures of two supplementary angles if the measure of one angle is 6 less than 5 times the measure of the other angle. Wow, I do like it how the book PowerPoint here comes out here and gives you the hardest question possible to start out. You know, yeah, you've just learned the concept. Let's give you the hardest problem we can. All right, let's do this thing. Okay, so find the measure of two supplementary angles if the measure of one angle is 6 less than 5 times the measure of the other. Wow. Okay, The problem relates the measures of two supplementary angles. You know that the sum of the measures of a supplementary angles is 180. We know that because we just learned it. Two angles that add together to equal 180. Okay? Draw two figures to represent the angles. All right. So I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, let me hide this. So go back for a second and back here. All right. Draw two figures to represent the angles, angle A and angle B. Add them together, they equal 180. They're supplementary. Okay. We know that angle A measures as x. And angle B, because it must be 5 times it, and 6 less than 5 times it. So it'd be 5 times x, and 6 less of that. So it'd be 5x minus 6, as I wrote down. So you would solve it. A plus B equals 180, or x plus 5x minus 6 equals 180. X plus 5x minus 6 equals 180. 6x minus 6 equals 180. 6x equals 186. Divide by 6 on both sides. X equals 31. All right, so A is going to equal 31. B is going to be 5x minus 6. X is 31. So 5 times 31 is, I believe, 155. And subtract 6, you get 149. All right, double check it. 31 plus 149 should equal 180. And boom, it does. All right, all right, all right. So you know the angle measures are 31 and 149. That was really fast. And so if you didn't understand that, that is okay. Well, the first thing I would recommend is that you rewatch what Mr. Selby just did there. The second thing I would recommend is that if you don't understand it, I would recommend you check the YouTube videos that are posted with today's lesson. And if you don't understand that, I really recommend you reach out to Mr. Selby and message him on Schoology. You can email him. You can come to office hours. You can send up smoke signals. Don't actually send up smoke signals, but you can do a lot to reach Mr. Selby. All right. Please, please, please take advantage of office hours. Please, please, please try and learn this. All right. Let's use our resources. All right. Check your progress. All right. All right. All right. Go ahead and try and solve this on your own. I'm going to stop talking for about 5 to 10 seconds. If you guys could pause it and work this out. All right. Hopefully you were able to solve this. Okay. First of all, it says find the measures of two complementary angles. We remember complementary angles are angles that add together to equal 90. Okay. Supplementary adds up to equal 180. Complementary equals 90. So 1 plus 1 does not equal 90. That equals 2. So A is wrong. 21 plus 111 does not equal 90. That equals 133. So B is wrong. 16 plus 74 equals 90. Boom. We have one that could be right. 14 plus 76 equals 90. Boom. We have two that could be right. Looks like these are only two options. So one angle measures 6 degrees less than 5 times. So let's do 6 degrees less than 5 times 16. So 16 times 5 is going to equal 80. Okay. 6 less than that would be 74. So this looks like it fits. Let's try this one. 5 times 14 is 70. 6 less than that would be 64. Aha. So if you added 6 more to it, if it was 6 degrees more than 5 times, this would be our correct answer. But unfortunately, it's 6 degrees less. So C has to be the correct answer. Oh, yeah. All right. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines intersect to form 4 right angles. Perpendicular lines intersect to form congruent adjacent angles. All right. So that means all these angles are equal. They all equal 90 degrees. All right. Segments of rays can be perpendicular to lines to other line segments and rays. The right angle symbol in the figure indicates the lines are perpendicular. So, when your wall hits your ceiling, that should be they're perpendicular. Yeah, when your wall hits your floor, that's the perpendicular. Wall and your floor are perpendicular. Yeah, that's what it is. Equals a right angle. So, find x and y so that KO and HM are perpendicular. So KO and HM are perpendicular. KJH, right here, KJH has to equal 90 degrees. So to find x, use KJI and IJH. So we add these together, and we should get 90 degrees. So 90 equals 3x plus 6 plus 9x. As you can see, 3x plus 6 plus 9x, add them together, you should get 90. So add them together, combine your like terms, you should get 12x plus 6. Subtract 6 from both sides. 84 equals 12x. Divide by 12 on both sides, and x equals 7. Find y, use MJO. So MJO equals 3y plus 6. 90 equals 3y plus 6. Subtract 6 from both sides. 84 equals 3y. Divide by 3 on both sides. Y equals 28. Answer, x equals 7, y equals 28. Boom. Just like that. All right. Find x so that AD and CE are perpendicular. Why don't you guys take 5 to 10 seconds, see if you can solve this one on your own. Okay, hopefully you're able to solve it. I believe the answer is B on this one. All right, jackpot. All right, so AD and CE are perpendicular. Okay, so perpendicular right here. AD is this line, CE is this line. They're perpendicular. That must mean that this is the right angle, this is the right angle, this is the right angle, and this is the right angle. So this is the right angle equals 90 degrees. This is 4x, so you do 4x plus 5x equals 9x. 9x equals 90, divide both sides by 9, and x equals 10. Boom. All right. This is kind of confusing. If you didn't understand it, that's okay. Geometry is difficult. All right. Please try and rewatch the video again. I know Mr. Selby's not the most exciting person in the world, but I would say he's at least top 10. Okay. So if you could rewatch this video, all right, see if you got it, see if you get the information, skip through the boring parts, only watch the awesome, exciting parts with the explosions and stuff. That'd be great. And then watch the YouTube videos. Okay. If you don't got it, reach out. Ask for help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. Geometry is super hard. Nobody gets it the first way through and gets everything. Okay, you gotta ask for help. Okay, if you're not struggling on this, that's great. You might struggle with something later on in the future. If you are struggling on this, that's great. You'll probably get something on later on in the future. You know what I mean? Like, get the struggling out of the way now. You know what I mean? Like, ask for help now. You probably won't need to later on in the year if you're struggling now with this, because we do different stuff. But it builds on it. You know what I mean? So if you don't ask for help now and you don't understand this, you won't understand this stuff for the rest of the year. But if you ask for help now and you understand this, you'll probably be good for the rest of the year. Okay? You just got to reach out. You got to ask for help if you need it. You got to use your resources. Okay? All right. I hope everybody out here is staying safe. Stay clean, happy, hydrated, healthy. All right? The whole 9 yards. If you need anything, please reach out to Mr. Selby. Okay? Even if it's not even help with geometry, you see somebody to talk to or anything, you can always reach out to me. Always show up to my office hours. Okay? Always message me if the office hours don't work for you, and I will try my best to accommodate you. All right? But gotta ask for help if you need it. Okay? All right. I hope everybody's doing well, and hopefully I will see you guys at the next lesson.